Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Sound check. Yeah, sound looks good. Hey, folks. I am live on another Friday afternoon. I will be cracking open a beer, talking about pens, and I don't know, whatever the hell else comes up. There's no real strict topic for these days. I've got one cat over here. That's Clipsy Cat sleeping in a sunbeam. There's another. That's Mr. Nose. He has been real needy ever since Audrey and I got back from Dallas. I think he's just really happy to have us home and doesn't want us to leave, so he keeps an eye on me. There he is, watching the outdoors. He'll probably jump up here and try to knock my computer over or some other silly thing. So, hey folks, Mountain of Ink. Hey, welcome Mountain of Ink. If y'all haven't checked out Mountain of Ink's blog, check out Mountain of Ink's blog because, holy smokes, prolific and well done. Jessica, good to see you. Oscar, sup. Oh, you got a new login there, Oscar. The Penthusiast. Cool, cool, cool. Somebody on Slack just called this a banter stream. Yeah, that seems legit. Seems fine. All right, I'm going to turn that off. Let's see if I can find my video on the YouTube screen over here. Not 100% sure that I will. Ever since they changed how YouTube looks, I can't find anything. What pen is on my desk right now? It's way more than one pen, Mountain of Ink. Let's see. Video's recording, probably going. Oh yeah. All right, cool. Glad that Penthusiast is getting going. My desk is actually a terrible mess, but I don't think there's anything sensitive on here, so I'll just show you. This is. There's a lot on my desk right now, including, well, this little table that I put my laptop on. There we go. Bam. Yeah, so I've got actually a bunch of things here that are kind of newish. Some things I picked up at the Dallas Pen Show that I'm going to be having for review. A couple of birthday presents because my birthday was last Saturday. That kind of stuff. Hey, Fred, welcome, 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 welcome. But the thing that I've been using, well, I'll show pens in here in just a sec. How was Dallas? Dallas was an interesting show. It was... it wasn't like the most exciting show, really. I don't know why exactly. It's kind of like there aren't a lot of the YouTube community there. It's kind of like me, and I think Larry Baronis was there, but I never saw him. I think he might have just been there for the morning. Audrey never saw him. He never stopped by Franklin Christoph, so we missed him. But not too much of the the online community goes to that show for some reason. I think it's probably just burnout because there's so many shows just in a row. Anna was there, of course. I got to see her. That's always fun. Her husband was there. But that's kind of it for the YouTubers, I think, in the pin community. But it was cool. My mom and my sister came up. I was like showing them around the whole thing on Saturday, so that was cool. Yeah, I saw Larry's video from the show, but I don't know. I just never found him. And part of that's because Saturday morning is pretty packed. At that show, and also I had to go and pick up my mom and my sister at the airport, so I wasn't there like at the very beginning. I know he was, so I just kind of missed him, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Just you don't get to see everybody you want to see. But it was cool. I didn't actually, I bought I think one pen. Where is it? I should say I bought one pen for myself. I bought some other pens for family, but the only pen I picked up was actually this one. This is a Schaefer Tyrannus. I got this from Crazy Alan. Every once in a while, Crazy Alan has a really good price on something. And this was priced well enough for me, for sure. The Schaefer Tyrannus is a pretty cool looking pen. This is the standard black version. I have the burgundy as well over here in my box, but it's the one that has this big crazy section on it that says Schaefer on it. It's all shiny. Let me tilt this a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Keep the sun from doing anything crazy. I can't turn the sun off, unfortunately. It's just the way it goes. But these are really cool pens. The nibs tend to be very, very narrow. This one's marked as a medium, so we'll see how it goes. I actually haven't inked it up yet, but it's really nice. Came with a converter. So at the price I paid, the converter is almost worth the cost of the pen. But I like these. They didn't make a big splash, but I think they're a pretty cool pen. And that's the only pen I got for myself. That's it. My mom is kind of hard to shop for. And so, hey, Brian, welcome. I didn't know you were going to be able to show up. Oh, hey, Sandra. Good to see you, too. if I haven't said that already. My mom's kind of hard to shop for, and her birthday is like right before mine, and it's right at the beginning of school, and so it's one of those things where we generally kind of put off our birthdays a little bit because we were both professors, and early September is not a good time for us to get things done, frankly. So you notice like the channel has been a little bit slower, but that's just because the crush of work at the beginning of a semester is nuts. So one thing that my mom's always liked is snorkels. She loves Schaefer snorkels. I know she has a couple that don't work, and I keep trying to get her to, send them to me because I know a guy or 7 who can help out with snorkel action. But she found a beautiful little snorkel. I think it was a snorkel a green imperial, if I'm not mistaken. And the price was really solid. And so she was going to get that, and so I got that for her as a birthday present. She kept trying to buy it, and I was telling the guy, like, look, I will buy this, and she would say, no, you're not getting that for me. And then he said, well, I only take cash, and she's like, oh no, I'm out of cash. I'm like, I actually have some cashes. So that was good, and she was very excited about it. So that was awesome. And I got my sister a pen. We finally got my sister into fountain pens a little bit. That is, she has a fountain pen and an ink now, so that's pretty cool. Hey, thanks for the happy birthday there. She got a TWSBI Eco in a broad. I was not expecting her to go broad, but she wants something to grade papers with, and so I got. She was trying out pens, and that's the one she liked the best. She really liked the broad nib on that one, so we got her one of those. So that's real cool. And what ink did I get her? If Julie shows up in the chat, then she'll chime in, I'm sure. But it was a Robert Oster, but I can't remember what it was. Huh? It was something. Live streaming. Can I see it? I still can't find my video on YouTube. It's really weird. Oh, there I am. Okay, good. Good. All right. Chat. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, it was kind of like a bluish green, I think, actually. She didn't really want to go for red or anything. She just wanted something that was different from student colors. And so that's what she got. So I think it went well. Yeah, no, I agree. Go broad or go home. On most of my pens are at least broad, if not extra big. I'm not really into fines all that much, but, that's the way it goes. In case you're curious, today's beautiful, almost clear brew is a Mystery Brewing blonde ale called Gentleman's Preference. I like this a lot. I look like Tintin today. I don't even know what that means, man. But is it because of the sun thing? I don't know, man. But this is a really nice beer. It's low alcohol, low IBUs. Pretty good stuff. This is my last beer. It's the only one I have. So there you go. Oh, my hair. Yeah, the sun is actually showing off how awesome and bald I am. It's great. But whatever. I wonder if I can move a little bit this way. Never going to get rid of it. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, it's... Oh, man. Making a pen cap in the garage. Man, I wish I could do that. Hey, Alexander, welcome. Daniel, welcome. If I miss anybody else... yeah, Michael, I think the TWSBI Eco is an awesome choice for a first fountain pen. It's great that way. I'm a big fan of that pen. I've only got a fine, actually, now that I'm talking about I have all these broad nibs and stuff, but I've only got a fine. Where's the rest of my chat? Weird. The chat on my screen that I'm looking at is actually way behind the regular chat. I find it difficult to write with broads, not practical experience. I'm pretty conservative. Yeah, I don't know. My handwriting looks way better if I use bigger ones. No, it's fine, Bill. I don't care. I don't care about the hair thing. I used to have very small handwriting, and I just kind of don't anymore. Now it looks better big, so I go big. Well, after this beer, Sandra, I will have run out of beer. This is the last one. That's it. Bill, you almost got censored by YouTube's stuff here. It's when you said you think broads are ugly. It it said, "Should we show this?" I think it's getting extra cautious now. It has some new feature where I can have it like sort of quarantine stuff that's like questionable in the chat, because I've gotten a couple of assholes come in here and say really vile stuff in my chat. So there you go. Yeah, I like broad stuffs better than regular old broads too, but it really depends on your handwriting style as far as like whether broads write well or not for you. I tend to write bigger, I guess, and then when I use a fine nib, I keep trying to write the same size as if I write with a broad, and so it looks spidery and weird, and I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. But that's my handwriting, that's the way it goes. So yeah. Other stuff that I've gotten, actually, I got a very cool, talking about shopping for birthday stuff at pin shows. Who won the Diplomat giveaway? It was the Noble Ignatius on Instagram. So check that out. In fact, according to my shipping thing, he should have gotten it today. So that's pretty cool. Thanks to everybody for entering that giveaway. It was very cool. I don't really know how many entries I had, but I had, I don't know, 150 or so at least unique individuals, maybe more. It's a little bit hard to tell. When you do multiple entries and that sort of thing, you can't really tell how many people you have that are unique. It'll give me a spreadsheet, but then I have to filter it somehow by unique names. My spreadsheet foo is weak sauce, so I don't really know. Yep, stubbed is always a good way to go. I like irregular nibs too. So this, let me reach over here and grab a thing, is what my mom ended up getting me for my birthday. And she was actually a little bit worried she wouldn't be able to get this home. But this is what I got. It is a beautiful Conklin display case. And the guy said this might not be original because the Conklin here is a sticker and not engraved, and most of them were engraved. But I don't know. It is a beautiful display case. He was saying it might be homemade, but I don't know. It looks really good. And then a couple of Conklin display trays. And these are definitely originals. These are old school. So anyway, my mom saw me admiring this and talking to the guy that was selling it, whose name I didn't get because I didn't know that I would be getting this for my birthday until well after the show. She gives me this giant box, and she's like, so this is your birthday present. And and she's like, I don't know how we're going to get it home because our luggage is all kind of full and this sort of thing. But it turns out that I was able to kind of like rearrange all the stuff and get it into a carry-on so that it was so I could get it home, which was very awesome. But yeah, I love it. It's sitting over here next to me, and it's not entirely full of pins because I've taken some out, but it is pretty awesome. I really like it. So, Mom, if you ever watch this, thank you very much. Let's see if I can. This sun is really bugging my camera today. Let's see. What have I missed in the chat? Write a lot in a Hobonichi requires small writing. I know Audrey really wants to get a Hobonichi. I've never had one. I've never really seen one. I've seen one or two, but I've never used one, so I don't know. Let's see. Emil says, question now. I recently bought a Standograph anthracite. It's a surprising blue-gray-black. Nothing I've seen before. I've ever seen with ink. What are the colors you like to get more representation? I don't know what Standograph anthracite is. I'm taking it's an ink, but that sounds cool. I mean, I think, I don't know. Like, there are so many colors of ink right now that I don't know what's underrepresented, really. I was gonna say grays. There aren't terribly many awesome grays. I mean, there are a few for sure that are awesome grays, but none that are, it's not like overrepresented or anything. And I like weird colors that have a lot of stuff built in like that. So, like, I love Rikyu Cha and I love Diamine Salamander. I love Sailor Chushu, which is kind of like a purpley grayish, that sort of thing. I like that kind of stuff. Let's see. Doing an Excel class out of this. I don't know, Sandra. If you know a way to do that, then let me know if there's a simple thing. But like, there are simple functions there I don't know. So I needed to be able to count how many cells had a number in them or whatever. There's a function called count. Anyway, that's the Excel stuff. I love that. I use other kind of things in Excel, but whatever. Would it be possible to mix up blue, black, gray ink? I mean, probably. I don't know how the hell you'd do it, honestly, Oscar. I don't know much about ink mixing. That's not my bag. The person to ask would be somebody like Bianca or maybe Side of the Sea or somebody like that. Let's see. Awesome pin case. I agree. Mom did awesome. I super love it. It was way too expensive. I don't really like it when my family spends money on me. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I have an aversion to it. It's not like it was super expensive, but I prefer people keep gifts to me cheap. That's just how I am. But it's super nice. I love it. Yeah, Mike Dr. Mike Doctor. Finding a nice pin case at a pin show is awesome, and there are there's always some, and usually you can get good deals because a lot of the people that bring pin cases to pin shows don't want to take them home. So if you can wait until the last day and still snag the ones you want, that's the way to do it. Let's see. Considering having my pins exposed to the light all the time, no, not really. I mean, they're kind of over here in the shade anyway. My window's here and they're on the same wall. I've got some on my desk. I don't really have any pins that are going to be volatile, I don't think. I don't have anything fancy enough to be degraded by sunlight, as far as I know. Let's see. Maybe people who study math or science tend to use fine tips, whereas non-science people use broads. Yeah, it's possible, Brian. Yeah, ink is definitely more likely to be damaged by the sun than pens, and I don't leave ink out if it's in a regular bottle. If it's in a box, fine, whatever. But otherwise, it's in the shade. Whoa. What just happened? We still good? Yeah, looks like we're still alive. My screen keeps switching over to another screen, and I don't know why. Whoa. Totally weird. Oh, Max, man. Max. Oh, it was updating some virus thing. Let's see. What else have I missed in chat here? Mixing inks can be dicey. Yeah. Oh, it's ink. Yeah, thanks. The chat scrolls a little too fast sometimes, and I was talking about another thing. Mixing inks can be dicey. Yep, all that advice that Bill just gave is very good. Let the ink mix sit a while. Make sure it doesn't become goo or any other weird thing. I would give it a few days anyway. It leaves it in small batches, small containers. The little vials that you get samples in are good for that. That's what I do. Put it in a clean pen. Oh, yep, all that's very good advice there, Bill. Liz has several hobos. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not going to buy one. I don't need one now. I've got a planner that I've been using now. This is a plum paper planner. I'm really into these. Although I feel like the paper might have taken a dip. They definitely have changed some things. And this one, if I write in anything big, like big nibs, it tends to bleed through, which it never did before, which is kind of disappointing because, man, I love these. There's like indestructible covers on them. They have very cool tabs. They got a section for blog stuff. I really dig this, and I love the layout, but the paper is not thrilling me right now, unfortunately. But yeah, Hobonichis look cool. I don't know. I want the 6-month version because I use them for school or whatever, and so 6 months is pretty good. But it seems like the 6-month version is only in Japanese. I don't speak Japanese, and so I don't know. I'd rather just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm kind of lazy, I guess. I've got a system. Let's see. Broad numbers more extrovert, maybe? I don't know. Maybe that's true. Brown and Matt. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely more of an extrovert than I think either Steven or Matt is, but they're both good guys and excellent taste in pens, that's for sure. Let's see. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Troy. Man, I gotta see. Don't answer your cue yet. Brian, I think I missed your cue, so ask me again. Only reach out to Aziza if she told me what it tasted like. Oh, man, that's so gross. She's not going to be doing that anymore. She is done. She has had enough taste tests. Let's see. You like to combine funds to go towards a gift for you. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, bring back the taste test. I don't know if that's a great idea. It sounds like a bad idea. Did I get the limited edition Vanishing Point? No, and I probably won't. Like, if I see it in person and I have to have it, that's one thing, but honestly, the pictures don't do anything for me. That sort of ombre gradient thing, I don't really care. And they did purple in the last one, and I don't like purple, so I had no interest in it. The red is a little bit better, but I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. I really like the LE from last year with the guilloche pattern. I know that's a weird minority view for some reason, but that was way cooler, I think. It's just it's not for me. So more for you. Enjoy that limited edition. Let's see. Had me as live twice, huh? I don't know. That's weird. I don't know why it would do that. Stupid chat, man. What's the biggest pen to be had that is not Chinese or Indian that you can get for under 150 bucks? I have no local pen stores. The biggest pen, huh? Yeah, Bexley Imperial is a solid choice. This is a Bexley flat top, which is probably about Imperial sized. That's a pretty good sized pen. And this is about, I forget, I think they're about 100 bucks, give or take. It depends on where you get it and stuff. This one might actually fit that bill too, Matt. This is a Levenger True Writer Select. And I tell you what, this is one of my very favorite steel nibs. It's just great, and it has been fabulous since I got it. It's a great pen. I think it's right around 150 bucks, although I haven't checked the price in a while, so you might check that out. And if not, a lot of times Levenger will have sales or they'll have discount codes. So, you know, check out the Levenger Select, the True Writer Select. It's very good. As far as big pens, those are the ones that come to mind for like 150 bucks. Also get like Franklin Christoph 31s are a pretty good sized pen. And those are like 165, so that's pretty close. Giant Sequoia, yeah, that's a big ass pen. That's a good choice. Yep, I like that. Easy Fix Learn Japanese. Yep, thanks. What's so special about the Hobonichi? I don't know. It uses Tomoe River, I guess, but I don't really know anything else about it. Of course, somebody already said that. All right. If Imperial is close to a 66, dang, that's big. Edison Collier, yeah, that's fine too. Pilot has not made a vanishing point with copper as far as I know. There was a copper colored one, but it wasn't actual copper. I think you can sand down the barrels or something, but I don't know. Let's see. Oh, yeah, but it wasn't copper metal. It was like copper colored, that vanishing point, right? Oh, yeah. Talk to Brian Chu. Brian Chu he's made some big pens and they look cool, so talk to him. Neil, all ink brands and colors have been wiped off the planet except for one specific ink. You have the option to choose. What do you pick? It's going to have to be something like real utilitarian, I think. I mean, something like Sailor's Nano Black, their Kiwaguro. I think it's going to have to be something like that because it's good in like all kinds of circumstances. But, man, that would be very depressing to only have a black ink. I don't know, man. I don't know. Bexley Imperial is about 100 bucks. Yeah, it seems legit. You know, the metal section on the True Writer Select is actually not at all slippery. I've used it for long periods of time, and it's got this like this bump at the end. I've never had this thing get slippery, and also it's a pretty short section, so most of my fingers are actually on the plastic. So I don't know. I think it's a great pen. I really like this one. It's one they sent me out for review years ago, and I'm a big fan of it. Let's see. It looks like it is a Yeti microphone. Yeah, thanks. I've got it on a Rode arm is what this microphone is on. So it kind of attaches to my desk. You can get ones that have it comes with a clamp, and it also comes with like you can bore a hole in the desk and mount it in if you want. But I moved this upstairs and down, so you know, maybe I ought to bore a hole in it here and then move the clamp upstairs. Now I'm thinking. But yeah, oh, Stipula Muscarine, that's a cool one. That's a cool one. Pretty huge Evan. Yeah, well, the stipulation was they didn't want them from FPR USA. I don't know. I think those are all Indian. Let's see. One ink purple, gross. Boo. I can't like purple. I'm like contractually obligated not to like it. Any opinions on the Blade Runner sequel? I haven't even seen I know there's a trailer or something, but I haven't really seen it. The stream is offline? What? Can y'all see me? I don't know why it would be offline. I think I'm still alive. Huh. Yeah, weird. I don't know why it would go offline. I don't know, maybe some weird YouTube thing. Who knows? All right, good. I'm glad y'all can see stuff. That's dope. Yep. Yeah, the Rode, R-O-D-E is the name of that arm. You can find them on Amazon. It was not cheap. They're like $100. But the thing about Yeti mics. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have tapped it. Is that they are real heavy. This is a sizable mic, this thing, and so you need a pretty stiff arm to hold the darn thing up. So, but it's really good. Yeah, sorry, it's showing me good good connection speeds and that sort of thing down here. So, sorry if it's cutting out. Drop frames. Oh, it shows me how many drop frames. I have 1,600 drops frames, but that's 3.7% of them. So it's not too bad. Let's see. Farney's catalog. You know, I don't think I get Farney's catalog, honestly. I don't know why. I just kind of don't. Let's see. You're gonna go up to Farney's? Yeah, that sounds cool. Actually, I got 0 things in my mail today. Just nothing. The mail truck drove right past my house. That's always sad. Oh, I should show what I got in the mail. Just, I got actually some pens. I got a pen in the mail. So, pen mail time. The pen I got in the mail is one from Massdrop. I was contacted by Massdrop recently, and they're going to be, you know, doing some reviews and giveaways and that kind of stuff with me, which is cool. I haven't done anything for them in a long time, and I told them I really just kind of wanted to do things that are Massdrop exclusives and not stuff that you can really get in stores, because... Hey, Ralph, good to see you, man. Because I don't want to, like, I don't want to, I don't know, stoke up competition, like unfair competition sort of stuff. And sometimes they can offer things at prices that like brick and mortars are prohibited from. And I don't like that. So I really only want to do stuff that's like exclusive or hard to find in the US. And so they sent me this, which is going to be coming out like next week-ish as a drop, I think. Yeah, next week-ish, I guess. And what's in there is this. This is a Kaweco special. This is the brass special. And it came a little bit tarnished already. I'm not sure if that's usual. It's probably not. I imagine this is a pen they had around the office for testing. It has a little bit of a mar right here. I don't really know how to get rid of that. I don't know if Massdrop is in the USA only, honestly. I have no idea. But I think you can get it elsewhere too. But let's see. After asking about JJ, partner picked up a pen with a broad stub and it kicks ass. JJ's good, man. I've got no complaints, and he's a nice guy. I really like him. This is a pretty cool pen. It's larger than other Kaweco stuff. It's about, you know, it's a little bit larger than the Perkio, which is their newest one. Certainly a lot larger than the Sport, which would be about here-ish, I guess. It's a fountain pen. Shots fired at Y Studio. I didn't see it. Oh, is that because of this brass thing? Y Studio is actually really hard to find around here. There's only like 2 retailers in the U.S. that have them. I think like Van Ness and Papier Plume are the only ones. But, you know, ship from the U.S., but they ship worldwide. Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, this is a pretty cool brass pen. It also comes in black, just like the Y Studio ones, except the paint is not supposed to come off on it on the black ones. It's pretty nice. I think the section is maybe a little bit short for me, but it's, you know, it's a small pen. It's thin. It has a screw-on post cap, which is cool. You know, it's pretty nice. It doesn't overbalance, although it is fairly heavy. It's pretty good. Oh, this is not a new pen, Ralph. These have been around for a while, the Kaweco Special. If anything, I probably Y Studio took this design, honestly. It's close. The Y Studio one is smaller, and it's different in a lot of ways, I think, but it's similar-ish. But yeah, no, you just don't see these in the U.S. For whatever reason, Kaweco doesn't really send them to the U.S. I don't know of any retailers in the U.S. that actually sell these, which is why I'm totally cool, you know, repping it for Massdrop. So anyway, I'll have a review of this coming up. I only got it Wednesday. I got it Wednesday evening, I guess. For whatever reason, FedEx really took forever. They mailed this thing out like from Massdrop like last Friday or something. I didn't get it until Wednesday, so that's a long time. But it's very cool. It's got this nice little Kaweco logo in the top. I think that's pretty dope. Anyway, it's a cute pen. I kind of dig it. I like Kawecos, and it has a good nib. I've never gotten a bad nib from Kaweco, but I hear that some people have. So anyway, this is a cool pen. That was my pen mail. Let's see. Kaweco's line, they have a lot of things in their line, way more things that most people know about because they don't sell a ton of them here. You get like the sports, you get the student pen a little bit. The student pen is very cool. I want to get one of those one of these days because they're pretty neat. What else do you get here? Like various versions of the sport. the Supra, the Lilliput. That's kind of it, I guess. Oh, and now the Perkio, which is new. Let's see. Yeah, jeweler's cloth might take care of that. I'm sure I've got one around here somewhere because I used one on my mule when I had it, but I can't find it. I'll have to dig it out. But there you go. Let's see. Surprised that German brands are all doing well now that I think about it. While Italian brands are struggling. Yeah, Italian brands are struggling, that's for sure. Same QC as Visconti. No, QC of Visconti, man. Their QC is pretty terrible. Yeah, you just don't see it very often. It's not new. I mean, I've seen it around before. The Dia 2. Yeah, I remember the Dia 2. It's been a long time. I don't know if I've ever actually seen one in person. Maybe. But yeah, the Dias and stuff, yeah. Yeah, so I have a colleague who grew up in, like, partly in Germany, I think is where she did her grade school time. And so they all used, like, you know, Vacos and all that kind of stuff for school pens. And then as soon as they were allowed to switch to ballpoints, everybody did. And so she's like, why are you using a fountain pen? Those are so lame. Like, I had to use them when I was a kid and I never use them anymore. I'm like, no, they're very cool. You should try to get into a pen that doesn't suck. So I'll get her back in. Let's see. Is my wife coming to Colorado show in a few weeks? She is. She is going to Colorado as far as I know, and I think that is the 5th and 6th, maybe? 1, 2, or 6th, 7th, 8th, something like that. Yeah, she's going. I don't think I am as far as I know, but I think she is. Looks like a vintage model. Oh, the Dia. Yeah. I think I remember that one. Two Kaweco Sports had babies bottom. Yeah, that's too bad, Daniel. I've only got one Kaweco Sport. I'm not 100% sure where it is off the top of my head. It's probably in my case over here. But I got a bunch of different sections for it. You could buy different sections of jet pens for a while. I haven't looked for a long time, but I got like a broad and a fine and a medium. I got most of the sizes. I want to get like some of their double broads and stuff like that, but I don't think they make them anymore. I'm guessing they use Lamy ABCs, Safaris, Kawecos. Yeah, probably. Those seem like good pens to use. Also, probably they have a lot more things available. Oh, you know what? It's in the other room, but Audrey and I went to, and Jim Rouse, we have some fun pictures of Jim, went to a store in Dallas that's basically like a Japanese dollar store, and it's it has all kinds of crazy stuff, including like fountain pens. There were some $1.50 fountain pens, so we all got them, and apparently they're pretty good. We haven't taken ours out of the package yet, but Jim Rouse is going to grind some like italics and stuff on his just to make it fun. But yeah, we got some of the Daiso. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, we found one in Dallas. Man, we got so much random stuff, like little journaling things and tons of stickers and like kitchen towels with hedgehogs on them, and I mean, like, just a bunch of haichu. They actually make haichu just down the street from my house, but they don't sell it anywhere here. It's weird because it's got those little seeds in it, but chia seeds, I guess, but whatever. It tastes good. Kaweco Sport is too small for your huge hands. I don't use them for long periods of time, but it's a great pocket pen. And I got the plastic one, and it's, it's been banged up a lot. It's taken a lot of abuse. So my opinion of Noodler's pens, I am not a fan, put it briefly. The ones that are made of like acrylics and stuff are better, and I like how they're hackable, and I like that they're supposed to be like taken apart by users and stuff. I think that's neat. But man, those like vegetal resin AHABs and stuff, the resin is too soft for me, and so it's not great. What do they make it out of? Vegetal resin is what they make those things out of, and it smells weird. And yeah, they stank. That's true. They stink forever. I don't know if mine still stink, but they did for a long time. And so I can't put the ink tank converter thing on it anymore because the plastic on that is harder than the plastic on the section, and it won't screw on. So I don't know. I'm leery of those, and I don't want to eyedropper it because it takes like a gallon of ink. If you want to use a gallon of ink, it's dope, but it's not for me. So I don't know. If the acrylic ones are better, I think they're fine. No problem with those. Seems my other watched a video of a girl trying on Daiso makeup. She looked very clownish. Yeah, well, whoa, hey nose, dang, I'm glad I've got a good reflex with the old beer mug here. Because he decided to just blast up into my lap. Excuse me, nose. How about you come over here where people can see you and where you're not in the way? There you go. Ahab writes well, but looks pretty cheap. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think they look that bad. I think they look kind of cool. But I've just not had great performance with them. And I don't know. I got 3 or 4 of them when I was first getting back into fountain pens several years back. But none of them really last. I don't know. For $20, they're fine. They're cheap. This is Senor Nariz, Mr. Nose. Hi. Yeah. Told you, he's been real needy ever since we got back. He just has to, look at this, he has to be on my shoulder. He's a ridiculous cat, this one. Yeah, FPR, you know, I was going to get some FPR pens. Whoops, there you go. At the Dallas show, because they had a big spread of them, and I just didn't, I kept forgetting. I kept going by the table and they were busy, or I was showing my mom and my sister around. I just never went back, unfortunately. And then it was closing up. I'm like, oh no, I didn't get some FPRs. So, I don't know, some other time I'll catch them. Let's see. FPR Indus stopped smelling recently. It took 2 years. Yeah, it does take a ton of force to make an Ahab Flex. That's true. But also, you're not going to hurt them, I guess, is the deal. And if you do, whatever, they're super cheap nibs. Let's see. You always talk about how much you like tabletop games. Do you D&D? I do not D&D. I am not a role player. That's just not my jam. In high school and such, and like after, I was a big Magic player. I played a lot of Magic the Gathering. So I was a card flopper and not a dice chucker. I am awful at any game that involves dice. Like, I'm good. It's gonna be bad. It's like if you watch Tabletop with Will Wheaton, and he's like, "Yeah, the dice here will treat me as usual," which is terrible. That's me. I can't roll dice. Can't do it. How did I get into FPs? Fountain pens came from my mom, really. She had fountain pens, and I always thought they were dope, so I got some fountain pens, like 1 or 2, and you know, I liked it. Yeah, Mr. Nose did miss me. Hey, he's licking my power brick right now. That can't be good. Hey, I said no. No. No, no, no. He decided to rub his head against my finger that I was shaking at him. He doesn't know what getting a finger shaken at him makes it means. But yeah, I've always been into office supplies and stuff and pens and whatnot, so I just got into that. Yep. Really tracked Blue Suede ink down. Yeah, Blue Suede is cool. I really dig it. I like it. It's one of the few inks that I've actually run out of entire bottles is Blue Suede. It's weird that it's not blue though, right? It's like green, which is strange. Let's see. I thought you couldn't get individual nibs and feeds from Noodler's pens. Yeah, you totally can. You get them. Who's got them? Like most of the retailers have them. I think like Goulet and Anderson both sell loose nibs. I forget if they're like $5 or $10 a piece. Maybe I don't know if they're even 10. They're pretty cheap. I don't know about feeds. I think you can get feeds though. I'm pretty sure I've seen them. Ebonite Conrads, those do look cool. The only thing about them that puts me off is that I've had bad experiences with the Ahab, so I haven't gotten the Conrads, but the Ebonite ones do look cool. Scraggles is better than Nose? I don't know, man. I mean, Scraggles doesn't jump up on my desk, but Nose is more convenient. I don't have to let him out in the morning or at night. I just put down some food and water. He's cool. He's live again. Yeah, no, I'm live again right now. It's me. Yeah. I don't know where Scraggles is. She's had a really busy week, and she's been exhausted. She stayed with the dog sitter while we were in Dallas from like Thursday through like middle of the day Sunday when Audrey got back. And then she just kind of slept for like 3 days. She's really exhausted. And then she went to daycare yesterday, and so now she's tired again. Do I collect vintage pens? I don't. I've got like 5, maybe. I don't think it counts as a collection. Pinchlet has Noodler's nibs. Yeah, that sounds right. Thanks, Angel. Yeah, I don't know. So the thing about vintage pens is like there are a lot of things in my way from getting into vintage pens. One of them is that a lot of them are kind of small, and if they're not small, they're expensive. And if they're not small or expensive, they feel fragile to me. And I don't know. Modern pens are just really more my jam. Like this pen, for example. I love this pen. How cool is this desk base? And I love Esterbrook's. I think they're very cool. I'm a big fan. But the like little collar thing down here, this little black guy down here, I'm not sure if I can get more of these. I'm sure like Jess or Oscar probably have a bunch of them sitting around, but it's got like tiny little cracks in it, and so every time I touch it, it gets ink on my fingers. And like that's just a thing that happens to me all the time with vintage stuff. Is it's just, I don't know, just it's inconvenient. It's inconvenient, and I don't know what good ones are. There's a lot of stuff in my way. Any preference? I love vintage Schaefers and stuff, but a lot of times the nibs are too fine. Also, they come in fine nibs too darn much. I can't do it. I hate the fine nibs. They're too small and scratchy. But I like the bigger ones like PFMs and those kind of things. I think those are great, but they're also very expensive, and so that's why I don't have any. Let's see. Did you ever try to make your own ink? Nope. No, I haven't. I have not. Using watercolor with using a real geese feather. This is not a normal kid. Yeah, that sounds cool, but no, I haven't done it. What I think of the resurrection of maybe Todd Brand in England? I didn't know that was a thing. I think they resurrected it here, and it was originally the dude who's like ruining Esterbrook currently, and now it's owned by Fountain Pen Hospital. I don't know about English, maybe Todd, though. I mean, if they do a good job, then awesome. I mean, more pen brands is great. I don't have any problem with that. Yeah, SD desk sets are cool. Just, I don't know, like, I love this pen, and now it gets ink on me and it dries out all the time. It makes me sad. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Oscar. Greeting from the Netherlands. Hey, Netherlands. Welcome. I do have a Schaefer desk set that I absolutely love, and it's a Schaefer VAC desk set, and it's awesome. But, yeah, vintage Schaefers, I think, are more up my alley than most other things. I love the look of Esterbrook's, but they're mostly too fragile. Desk sets are maybe the exception. Yeah, Troy, I hear you have a bunch of stuff coming new and vintage. All kinds of pen mail coming for you. I just got a Targa. It's like an ink Sharpie. Yeah, no, the broad Targas are huge. Targas, though, don't feel like vintage. Like, maybe they are technically vintage, but that's true. I do like those. I like Targas. Although, I gotta say, I've had bad luck with Targas. Every one I've gotten, it either leaks around the inlay, or I had the other one, the nib broke. Like, like a tine broke off of it. So, I don't know. I like them, but maybe I won't get too many more. Schaefer 440? Well, that'd be dope. Don't give away anything you're going to sell, though, Oscar. I know you sell those things. Maybe Todd is a FPH. Yeah, that's what I thought, Phil. Hey, by the way, welcome, Phil. I'm over here. Yeah, ruining Esther. Look, don't tell him I said that, because he gets a little litigious, but that's the way it feels. That is my subjective opinion. I only represent my own opinions, etc., etc. I can't tell you if they're overpriced because I haven't really seen any. Oh, I saw the one that y'all were giving away at the table, and yeah, it seems a little overpriced, but what do I know? I do need a new SD section, but it's for a desk pen, Troy, so sounds like I've got that covered, though. It's good to have pen friends. Let's see. Have I tried a modern Conklin? I've got a bunch of modern Conklins, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Who's ruining Esterbrook? Don't get that started, but I forget the dude's name, but he's making some really, in my opinion, not great looking pens with, in my opinion, not great quality, and putting the Esterbrook name on it, and that's kind of it. Yeah, so I don't have any problems with Conklin. I've got how did I put it? Anyway, I've got several. I've got a bunch of the Crescents, and I like them a lot. I actually have 3 of them. I need to sell at least 2 of them, though. I might keep one around, but I'll probably sell another couple. But I do really like them. I haven't had any problems. Now, they do have, like, I've heard the nib units can be a little bit dodgy, but that said, I haven't had any problems. And also, most of them use regular number 6 size nibs, so you can just put in there whatever you want. But I will say that their 1.1 stubs are great. I've never had a bad one. Vintage can be a hassle. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. Oh, Parker 51s. You know, I like the 51 a lot. I've got one that was my grandfather's, and it's great. It's a little bit fine for me, again, of course, but it's a great pen. Things are damn near bond-proof. Really impressive. Opinions on Nakia, or Nakia, I don't know how to say it. Looks cool. Too expensive for my taste, because I'm kind of cheap, but they look cool, especially like the dorsal fins and stuff. I think those are dope. The ones with facets, awesome. The ones with like the crack thing, awesome. I can't pronounce a single one of their names, just as I have problems pronouncing the name of the company, so I don't know. Don't know. Let's see. How's the Conklin stub? Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, it's really great. Really great. I haven't had a bad one, honestly. Let's see. Stocking a carbon fiber Mark Twain. Those are dope, but they are expensive, those carbon fiber ones. They get real proud of them for some reason. So, like the ones I have. Oh, here's the case. I have a case of pens that I might want to get rid of, but yeah, so like this one, where they do like the swirly plastic ones. I've got this green one, which is kind of cool. Reminds me of Halloween for some reason. I've got this black and white one, which is like a cow. And then I've got a cream one, but that one's probably in some other case because I use it a lot. But these are actually really good. I haven't had any problems with them. I actually haven't even used this one. I bought several because I got a cool price on them. But the regular price is like $150 or $200, and you can get them for about $100 usually. And for $100, I think they're great. The only problem for me is that as an ink reviewer, I'm constantly switching inks, and the crescent filler or other sac fillers are just not very conducive to that because they're a little harder to clean out. If you mention him again, he'll call you during work. Yeah, if you haven't seen Phil Olin's blog post about the guy who runs Esterbrook, whose name scrolled and it's gone. That guy, it's a piece of work, I hear. Conklin Durgraph never worked until you replaced the nib. I get it. I've heard a lot of that stuff. Their nibs have gone downhill a little bit. Those in Monteverde and Stipula, I think the nib quality has gone down. For whatever reason, the stubs have always been good, so I don't know. Nokia pins are unlike any other. A lot of people think that. They're cool. They're just, I mean, they're real pricey. Like, oof. I respect all the work that goes into them for sure, and I think they're cool. And I love the nibs probably because I love platinum nibs, so it's not a problem. But yeah, just too cheap mostly. Oh, speaking of things that aren't cheap, I did get a pin for my birthday, so it's birthday pin time. There we go. This was my birthday pen from Audrey, which is a beautiful Canalea pen. Check that out. The light in here now, of course, is crap. This is the Mauna Kea. She got the two-tone nib in there. But this is amazing. Super beautiful. I would never have bought it for myself, which is why I think she got it for me for my birthday. But look at the depth and the brown there. I need more light. There we go. The depth in this brown is just super pretty. The craftsmanship on this thing, man, the fit and finish is perfect on this. There are no complaints. It's super awesome. It's got a threaded converter, which is like a little touch of class I wasn't expecting. The little gold hibiscus on the end is beautiful. These are beautiful pins. Hugh does an amazing job on these, and I'm super happy that I have it. Although I would never have bought it for myself because whoa. But yeah, no, you can't really get pictures of these that are as good as the pen looks in person, and it feels great. It's just a great pen. There is nothing bad about that pen. Well, I guess the only thing that might be that it's not perfect, doesn't have a clip. I really like a clip better. But sticking in one of these little guys, maybe from Rickshaw, that's great. It looks black and white because the lighting, now that the sun has moved a little bit, is kind of garbage. But there we go. It's actually definitely brown. Kind of like mocha or something. It's a little bit sparkly even. But it's really cool. But yeah, that was my birthday pen, and it is awesome. Let's see. Saved the scented ink discussion until you arrived. I have not talked about scented ink. That is true. Let's see what else. Brown and white. Yep, it is. Yeah, only got a couple of Omos, and they're both cool. One is still in the packaging. I've never even opened it. That might be like a one I save for my retirement or something. I don't know. I don't know, but it is cool. Preferred filling mechanism, I like cartridge converter. I know a lot of people talk bad about cartridge and converter, but it is the most convenient and most versatile filling system. And so I like it. It's especially good if you change inks a lot, and I do. Or if you want to carry ink with you or something, you can just carry cartridges. It's super convenient. I like them. It just is a small piston that you can also take out and put a cartridge in, so it's cool. Cool, cool, cool. How much do I hate sacks? The ones you press on a creative vacuum. From the I hate them to I really hate them. I don't hate them, but they're not my preferred filling mechanism just because they're hard to clean. And I do a lot of, hey Ensign, welcome. And I switch inks a lot, as I said. So, you know, I don't hate them, but they're not my preference. Oh, Jasmar, taking advantage. I don't know what that means. It's cool, man. Have a small number of expensive pens and a bunch of reasonably priced ones. I don't know. I like having a bunch of examples of different kinds of pens, but again, I do a pen blog and I'm not just a regular user. And so it's good to have a bunch of pens of different kinds and like different filling mechanisms and different colors and different sizes. So it's cool. Oh, J11. Yeah. I know who you are. Yep. Yep. I only enjoy CC when they're standard international. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to put a cartridge in there, I get it. Oh, the free comics thing. You know what, Bill? I never did that either. I should. I think, yeah, I totally forgot about it, but I'll probably hit you up because comics are cool. Let's see. Yeah, emptying them does make a sad face when it's the sack. Especially, I mean, yeah, no, just yes. Yes. Now, if I can take the nib and feed out or a nib unit out and then blast water up in there with a blunt nose syringe, then it's cool. I don't really have a problem with that. And you can do that with these Conklins. They're a sack pen, but they're a little bit easier because you can blast them out. I realized you didn't have any green inks. Ordered Mont Blanc Irish Green. Personal favorite greens? Yeah, so my go-to favorite green is Franklin Christoph's Emerald 357. I really dig that one. That one's kind of on like the blue-green side, like it's real emeraldy. If you want a pure green, the one that I'm really digging right now is Robert Oster's Green Lime. I think it's Green Lime and not Lime Green. But yeah, no, those are great greens. Those are great, and those are both bright greens. If you want like a darker green, go for something like Stipula Musk Green is real dope. Irish Green is pretty cool. I remember using it once, but it's been so long I can't even really speak to it. But the dark green, yeah, Diamine Salamander's super good. I don't know. I love green inks. I've got a bunch of them. Yeah, and I'm always extra careful with vintage when I clean them. I do have... Where is it? Oh, I got a vintage pen from my uncle, from his stuff. I found it, but you know, it's pretty cool. Hair appointment time. Well, go get pretty there, Sandra. See you later. Yeah, Irish Green is real cool. Any number of Sailor Murky Greens. Yeah, I love Murky Greens from Sailor. I'm a big fan. River of Fire. I like that River of Fire. I don't think I don't have that one yet. Sherwood Green, very cool. KWZs, I haven't used those. I think I tested them at DC a couple of years ago. Sailor Epinard, yep, for sure. That's another dark, murky sort of green. As a Green Bay fan, you know, there is an Anderson Pens ink that they might still have called Green Bay. You could maybe get that one. But that's really, really close to Sailor's Epinard. So, that's one. Sherwood Green, yep, cool. Ryoku, I don't know that one. There is Savange, I don't know that one either. How do I feel at the new special edition Mont Blancs at 30 pounds? Well, for me, it's $50, and I feel like I'm not going to buy any more of those, frankly. So probably you won't see, unless people send me samples, I'm probably not doing any more Mont Blanc special editions. I'm not paying $50 for a little bottle of ink. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. The last couple of Mont Blancs I've gotten have not been great. I didn't like the Miles Davis one very much. The orange was fine. Yep, I know Shinryoku. Oh, wait. Sailor? Oh, wait. Shinryoku. Do I know that one? Is that the sailor? Probably. I can't remember. Ricky Cha's the one I'm thinking of. I've reviewed a lot of inks, honestly. Is that an Audrey I hear? Oh. Audrey just got home. Iroshizuku Green. Huh. I don't remember it, Bill. It's been too long, I guess. Need to check it. Need to check it out. I remember liking Leo Tolstoy. Yeah. Yep. For some reason, it didn't like the word Iroshizuku there, Emil. I don't know why. Never liked blue? Man, I've got so many blues. I'm a big fan of the blue. Audrey loves it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I believe you. I believe you. I'm going to have to Google it, actually, to look at my own review. It's been too long. Shin... R-Y... Yep. Mine is not the first one that comes up there. Goulet Pens has got that sweet, sweet SEO. Alt Haven's got me beat. I gotta get that SEO, man. There's Audrey. And Scraggles. Aw.
Thank you.
She missed you.
She's a flower.
Yep, sure does. Chikorita is a green that sounds like a Star Wars villain. It totally does. Huh. I don't know. I can't find it. I can't even find my own. There it is. Google thinks I want independence. People are saying hi, Audrey.
Hi.
Oh, yeah. This is one I thought was Jonathan Swift. Yeah. That was one I really messed up a bunch, and I probably should have redone. But yeah, no, that one is a good one. Huh. When did I do this review? 14. Yeah, so 3 years ago. Yikes.
Oh my goodness. Another one.
Let's see. What have I missed in the chat here? Some highs. Bottles are nice. Oh, are the Mont Blancs? Yeah. Yup. 30 mils of Mont Blanc for 50 bucks? Nah. Somebody says Scraggles for the win. That's Oscar.
Hi.
We should just make this the Scraggles. Oh, there's Mr. Nose back there, too. Look at
Look
all these animals. So many animals.
It's like they missed me.
Oh, man.
Look at that.
Jessica says hi.
Jessica.
Mountain of Ink says hi. Oh, did I get the Noodlers exclusive from the Dallas Pin Show? I totally did. It is.
I didn't.
You didn't? Oh, man.
Leave the table.
We could have had 2 bottles. It is this one. It is Chisholm Trail, which is sort of a brown. Oh, 50 mils for $50. Still too many dollars. Too many dollars for me. And it looks like this. It's kind of a nutty brown. I'm looking forward to that. Looks cool. It did smudge down here, so and this was kind of late, so I'm kind of worried about. Well, it's not smudging anymore. I guess it was just a lot of ink right there, but it seems pretty cool. I haven't used it in a pen yet. I will eventually. Let's see. Somebody has a question for Audrey. How long does it take to recover after a pen show?
The next morning when you're expected to go to work.
I mean, you're gonna go take a nap right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
even if I don't have a show, I would go take a nap on Friday.
That's
I get
true.
Friday naps, but
yeah.
no, I mean, you just sort of deal with it and go to work the next day and just be tired for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of got to power through usually. She doesn't really get a day off afterwards because, I mean, Franklin Christoph is a fairly small shop, so there's not really any time to be.
And people want their pens.
Yeah, people want pens, and Audrey's kind of in charge of making people have pens. That's kind of the thing, so. It is a lot better than the one from the DC show. That ink looked like a mess, and it also was not free. This little bottle of Noodlers was free from Drum Ghouls. If you are in Houston or you go to Houston, go check out that Drum Ghouls because, oh man, it is good. Let's see. What else? You need a 50s theme song for the Penthusiast channel? That would be cool. I would be into that. Mike Madison's Extraordinary Menagerie. That sounds good. Sounds good. It's Matteson, by the way, if you're doing Photoshop for something, though, so be careful with that. See, doesn't someone in the pin making world do urushi with nail polish? Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, it wouldn't be urushi if it's...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, urushi and nail lacquer are very different things, so I haven't heard of it, but maybe. I don't know.
I mean, he could add components that are in nail polish to urushi for the finish.
Yeah, you could add just like Spectra Flare and that kind of stuff, yeah. Don't feel comfortable buying Noodler's Private Reserve or Diatramentis. Don't like one-man shops. Well, you know, it's up to you, I guess. Mountain of Ink says he's reviewing, I think he anyway, but are reviewing Noodler's House Divided today, and it's a hot mess. Yeah, it looks pretty gross. Oh, Jonathan Brooks. No, he's not using nail lacquer to do the urushi. He is using Spectra Flare, which is like a component in some really sparkly holographic nail polishes as like in the.
Actually, you can't use Spectra Flare.
Oh, really?
No, because you can't get it in.
Oh, that's what he was using.
No, it's a different kind. So Spectra Flare, you can only use it. You can't sell it as a powder. And so that's...
It's one of those things like super dangerous. They don't sell it to the public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you can use other things that are like it.
So, no, it's not, but it's not nail polish lacquer in the urushi as far as I know. He does actual urushi. Like,
you do layers, and then you can put stuff over the layers and stuff like that.
Yeah. Used makeup for the FC pens? That's weird. I mean, maybe. I have no idea. Oh, uses the pigment from the polish and not the polish itself? That's really interesting.
Oh, man, you can use micas. I mean...
Yeah. Huh. Cool. It's fine, Oscar. Don't worry about it. It's a non-standard spelling of Madison. It is the correct spelling, but it's not standard. Yeah, Robert Oster's also a one-man shop. Papier Plume, basically, too. Their inks are good, so, I mean, don't be afraid of that. I haven't used many KWZs. I've used, I think, literally 1.5. I had like one fill of honey, and that's all I've done. Can I recap the last hour for you, David? Blah, 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 pen stuff, blah, 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 beer, and now you're here. That's it. Super excited for the Noodler's safety pen. You know, I haven't seen anything about that, but I don't know, just to care. Oh, Mountain of Ink is a girl named Kelly. Cool. Nice to meet you, Kelly. I don't know why I thought you were a dude. I don't know. Probably just male bias or some other bullshit. Beers are head, pins and inky thoughts are shared. Mike's birthday, 10th, saw birthday haul. Yep. Is that the shop that has a Noodler's exclusive that looks like petrol? Yeah, I think so. That seems right. Yeah, Drumgools has a lot of Noodler's exclusives. And I think probably the USS Texas one is a little bit petrol-y. Let's see. House Divided Feathers so bad it looks like a baby duck. Yeah, I hear it's terrible. I haven't seen anybody that liked it. Let's see. Jonathan uses a lot of makeups for his acrylics. That's interesting. There is an Audrey and Brooks collaboration, Ralph, and Audrey's got a pen made out of it, and a lot of other people do too. Actually, if you look at the Instagram feeds for, I think Bianca has a couple. They're like super sparkly bits and acrylics and stuff like that.
I don't have it here, unfortunately.
Yeah, Audrey doesn't have it with her. We can't show it, but she had some acrylics made, or she gave him the idea, I guess, and like pointed him in the right direction. It wasn't really a collaboration, but you know, sharing of ideas.
It was something that I wanted done and said, hey, can I pay you to make that? And then he did.
The Pen Addict episode from Atlanta is where you can get the Jonathan Brooks makeup info. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't listen to that one. Sometimes I fall behind on podcasts. Let's see. You can use India ink with a safety pen? Wow. That sounds like a bad idea, but if Nathan says you can, I believe him. He's probably tried it. Oscar, you almost certainly met Ralph in DC. He's like the most psyched guy you've met, and he was probably Ralph. Let's see. Pulling a prank on Nick. Yeah, we missed Nick in Dallas. He didn't get to go. He was in the Commonwealth instead. I haven't heard from anybody that went to the Commonwealth show, actually. I hope it went well. Seems like it'd be pretty cool.
Bless you.
Let's see. House Divided came with a free fly? Like, is that... They could have a fly in it? I don't know what that means. That sounds gross, though. Long video on the safety pin. Yeah, I haven't watched it. I've been really busy. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Hey, Mike, where are they finding info? I would guess it's on the Noodler's YouTube channel. That's probably where it would be. I don't know if he really puts anything else anywhere. A nib and feed are bathed in ink when the pin is capped. Wow. Sounds like something. Do listen to the Nibs section, the new podcast from Australia. You know, I haven't yet, actually. I'm just way behind on podcasts. I was catching up on some podcasts when I was out mowing the yard and found out that one of my favorite podcasts is getting canceled or is kind of ending after like 10 years. I used to listen to, I guess I still do for the next few weeks, the 404, because I know one of the guys on it, and it's a cool podcast, and it's ending in like the end of the month. That makes me sad, but I just found out because I'm just catching up. Oh, Bottle of Friends HD had fly in it. Gross. It's real gross. User naps for life. That's awesome. Audrey would take that username if it wasn't already taken. Naps for life. Don't know if you can say anything. We can ask Audrey and Franklin Christoph will have more offerings of their pen in the Italian glass or glass of Coke glass. Oh, Italian or Coke glass. Audrey doesn't know anything about those, and she wouldn't be able to tell us, honestly. I try to keep stuff like that separate. But I did see a thing on the Instagram from Franklin Christoph asking which model to do in antique glass, I think. So keep tuned to that. Maybe let your opinion be heard on that post. Go to Instagram. It's like, what's it, just at Franklin Christoph?
On what?
On Instagram?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just at Franklin Christoph. So check that out.
And, yeah, just follow us on social media and turn on your notifications so you are aware when we post.
That's all good advice, if you can hear Audrey. Put on the notifications for the social media stuff because that's where it always gets posted. I think the mechanism is likely to say, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll have to check out this safety pin thing. I don't know enough about it. It's an hour and 10. I'm not watching an hour of Nathan's hands. I can't do it. Maybe I can. I don't know. We'll see.
So you do realize your last one of these was like 2 hours and stuff.
Look, I know my last one was like, it was 2.5 hours actually.
Just
like
saying.
Almost dead on, which is far too long. But hey, if you want to keep chatting, what am I doing? Still in the same. This is my last beer. I have to go to Hillsborough. I know.
Yeah.
DM me the picture of the Noodler's Fly video. All right, our picture. Let's see this thing. Ew. Yeah, that's gross. Is that even a fly? I don't know, man. That's nasty. Ooh. I mean, anything can happen, I guess, but still gross. Real gross. Model 31. Yeah, 31s are great. I'm a big fan of the 31. I just got my first one actually. Oh, yeah, you can't really put links in the YouTube chat. Doesn't work for whatever reason. Am I in Portland? I am not in Portland. Nathan's voice is hypnotic and soothing. Don't tell Nathan that he can hypnotize you. Who knows what he'd make you do. You'd just be a stark raven libertarian all the time if you got hypnotized. He's a character. And I want to go to Commonwealth because I want to meet him one of these days, but I don't know what's going to happen.
So you're going to go there instead of Dallas?
Yeah, probably not. The problem is it's also the same weekend as Dallas, and I'd rather go to Dallas. Still, it was a fly. That's super gross, man. But, I mean, Could happen to anybody, I guess. It's weird that it didn't get like. Maybe I bet the fly was in the bottle or something, but who knows? Whatever. I'm not gonna. Daniel, go make some food, man. Oh, Bill's in Portland. Go find Bill. It's Mr. Nose. He is a huge licker.
Yeah, he's been licking me a lot.
He woke me up this morning by headbutting me in the face an awful lot at like 6:45, 7.
This cat is 12.
Yeah, he's about 12. Is that right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
But look at him.
He acts like he's about 3, though, so,
yep.
you know, we're not too worried about him. And these animals are down here frolicking.
They are not 12. I mean, their combined age could be 12, though.
We don't know. We don't know how old Scraggles and Kitty Purry are because they're both rescues of dubious origin. So who knows? Probably not 12. But anyway. $34 people watching right now. That's cool.
Goodness.
Yeah, look at all those people. Yeah, all right.
They're here to see Nose.
I'm guessing he has an open jug, bucket, barrel cast truck full of ink that he's filling bottles from, and a fly can just get in. Yeah, I imagine it's just like 50-gallon buckets on the back of a truck, and he's got a spigot, and he's just filling each one. I don't know what his process is, but it's got to be super time-consuming. He's literally one dude. I don't know how the hell he does it. How many pens of stories? A lot of sentimental value. Yeah, I've got a few actually. I mean, I've got my grandmother's desk set, her Schaefer desk set. This kind of desk set, which is very cool. It's a nice family pen. These are great pens to boot. I've got my grandfather's.
Parker?
Yep. My grandfather's Parker 51. I've got my uncle's Wall Eversharp. Yeah, those are the biggest ones though. The rest of them not so much. I mean, there's like I've got my first fountain pen over there, that's kind of cool. Yep, I've got a couple of pens I got for my birthday, including that beautiful Canalea I was showing off earlier. But it's the rest of them not so much. There's a few.
Why can't you get rid of them then?
Oh, because I'm a hoarder. That's why. Hey, Louisa, thanks very much for liking my videos. I appreciate it. Most sentimental is a Mont Blanc 145. I don't have any Mont Blancs at all. I think my mom might have a Mont Blanc somewhere. Yeah. My mom also has like a Rolex or two, but she grew up in Tripoli, Libya, and I guess they were just kind of all over the place. She's like, oh yeah, don't be too impressed. This is like $3. That kind of thing. But I guess it's real, just it was extra cheap. Let's see. At least it didn't fly in a Bay State Blue. Man, if it flew in a Bay State Blue, you would never have seen that fly again. It was just dissolved.
Who knows what it happened?
Who knows? It just goes up in flames. It touches. Gone. Let's see. I wouldn't steal anything from Nathan if I could help it. Seems like a bad choice. I'm going to sell UK exclusive in this year's Commonwealth Pin Show. Commonwealth was a couple of weeks ago. Is it next week or... Huh, interesting. What else? Because I'm a hoarder? Yeah, that's how it is.
Well, the only reason why you're a hoarder is because you won't get rid of things that you don't like or use.
Yeah. I'm kind of basically lazy, and it seems like a lot of work to sell pens. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk somebody into letting me like put my pens on a table at a pen show and sell them there. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. Let's see. Edison Custom in Butterfly Garden. That sounds dope. I don't know what that is. So this is a thing my cat does. I don't know if your cat does weird stuff, but my cat licks the blinds sometimes. We've never figured out why. But he's done it ever since we've had him.
Because, I didn't want him to keep licking my hand and face.
He's got to lick stuff. I don't know. He's a weirdo. Nice to meet you, Kelly. Thanks for chatting. Sorry I accused you of being a dude. Let's see. Vintage Mont Blancs are cool. I was looking at some at the Dallas Pin Show, and I was a little bit tempted. There's a guy there named Mike who was selling he had trays of 149s and stuff. He was selling for really reasonable prices, but I'm, I don't know, too cheap. Oh, you grew up pretty close to the Commonwealth show, huh, Troy? I've got a bunch of family up in that area. I used to spend my winters up in Massachusetts and Vermont, that kind of area. Cats like to lick water drops in the bathtub. Yeah, all the time.
That's not that weird.
That's pretty normal. It's totally normal. I don't know if it's iron deficiency. It's plastic blinds. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. That mask, man. It's so good. Oh, yikes. Let's see. Oh, you're gonna have people be able to sell stuff at the PIF table, huh? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, sounds like it'd be fun. Yeah, you gotta look through. Like the eyes are. It's hard to see out of that mask. It's mostly for looking horrifying. Oh, you grew up in New Hampshire. Oh yeah, my dad's actually in New Hampshire now. Is where he's moved to. He's in Hancock. It's a little tiny town out by Keene. We might have talked about that before. Let's see. Pica. I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. I doubt it. He seems fine. He just licks stuff. Like every once in a while, he just has to lick things. That's just the thing he does. All right, Emil. Good to see you. Good night. Oh, have I had the opportunity to use the Pelican 800 Renaissance? I mean, I've got an 800 in the standard blue color, bluish stripes. I have seen the Renaissance a bunch of times. It's not really for me. I think it looks both better and worse in person than it does in pictures. The thing that bugs me a little bit is that the cap is kind of translucent, and I wish it wasn't. If it was solid, I'd be way more into it, but it's a little bit translucent. For some reason, that just kind of turns me off, which is good because those things are real expensive. So I don't need another expensive pen to covet. That dog mask is freaking me right out, man. That's not better. That's not better at all. Yeah, just be like that. How are the nibs on the Canalea? It's very good. Oh, thanks. It's very good. It's a, what is used on those? Yovo?
Yovo.
Yeah, they're Yovo nibs. So they're not, they're not like exclusive or anything, but I know that Hugh works on them, and this one is great. I have no complaints about it at all. But really, if you're buying a Canalea, you're not buying it for the nib. That's just not, it's not usually what people buy it for. It's so creepy. Oh, jeez.
Speaking of, do you want to watch it this weekend?
Yeah, we can watch it if you want. I like movies. How you doing back there?
It's too hot.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. Bill Crabtree says that was like watching the Trump-Hillary debate where he's like following her around the stage.
Oh, I was Trump.
Yeah, and I was Hillary, so I'll take it.
Political.
Yeah. Hashtag political. I haven't seen the new white M600, but I bet it's cool. M600s are just a tad small for me, I think, but I ought to get one just to sort of round out the collection, We've got a, 200, 400, 800, or 200, 800, 1000. We need the 4 and the 6, I think,
Isn't there 105s of things, too?
Yeah, there's a zillion different Pelicans.
Why have 205, not a 200?
Let's see. Yoshi from 1811. Yeah. Has something similar to Kanalea. Maybe. I don't know where he gets his stuff. I know he does some 3D printing and stuff, but the Kanalea materials definitely come from Jonathan Brooks. And he makes them in like very small rods because they want to have like a particular color story and that kind of stuff. I know. I said color story.
You did.
I know. Oof. So maybe.
I'm
I'm such an influencer. Hey, Julie. Way to show up. You just watched the Dallas show video? You were there the next day. By the way, Julie, how are you enjoying your new TWSBI Eco? I know you've used it a ton and probably have used up your ink. Also, tell people what ink you got because I forget and I couldn't tell them.
Robert Oster.
I know it was an Oster. I told him that. She was going through the ink book and she kept finding inks she wanted and they were already out of stock because by the end of the day on Saturday at Dallas, that's the last day, so ink selections get kind of depleted. But I'm sure she's typing furiously now. M640.
Oh,
M640. I don't even know what that is. Fat in the middle, huh? There's a million pelicans out there, and
I can relate. Hashtag relatable. Fat in the middle.
Oh man. Oh, I got some other pens actually at the show. So at the end of the show, people were handing me stuff to review. I was over at the Kenro table, and Carrie gave me this one. Carrie, Fountain Pen Day Carrie. This is the Aurora 88 Minerale in Azurite Blue. And it's a real pretty pen. I've been using this for a few days. So this will be coming up in a review. Probably kind of a quick review. I want to get back to him fairly quickly. I didn't get the box because the box was huge. He handed me the box and I was like, no, I can't. I'm flying. I can't. I literally have no place to put it. That box has got to be like this, and it's like metal. It's super heavy and huge. But the pen is very pretty. This is number 174 out of 388. It is a fine nib, which is not my preference, but it's what he had available at the table, so I took that one. So that was cool. Hey, Julie, what ink did you get? Also, how you liking your pen? The other two things I got were from Papier Plume, and I had to return that beautiful Fred Faginato pen to him. They were very psyched to get that back. I should have lost it, because, man, that was a pretty pen. But then he gave me a pair of Clios. The dog mask is weird, and it made me feel a little crazy, too. Especially when I was peering over my shoulder, because I'm looking at myself in the face, and it's weird. So the first one is the Clio Colors, Clio Scribent Colors. You can't really get these anywhere in the U.S. except for Papier Plume, as far as I know. And it's a little bit dark, so I don't think the color is being reproduced well, but it's kind of like a bright teal and not just like a dark blue like it looks on my screen now. But it has this beautiful, matching colored section, and then also a hand-painted nib. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. I've actually just started using this one today, and I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it. The nib writes, it's looking good. Must have just been a little bit of water in the feed. The ink was looking real light earlier, and I wasn't really into it. But this is a really nice pen. It's much heavier than I thought it was going to be. It's got a good quality to it. This section here looks like it's just metal, but I think it's got to be anodized or something. It's got a little bit of texture, and it doesn't feel at all. Oh, Australian Sky Blue. That's what I got, Julie. Yeah, hope she still likes it. I kind of wanted to put a blue ink in it because it's blue, and sometimes you want to match things, I guess. I don't usually, but since it has blue on the nib, I thought I'd give it a shot. I am a little bit worried about whether the paint's going to come off on the nib. I'd really hate to have that happen on a pen I borrowed, but I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes. It's not supposed to come off. I think it's bonded somehow. But anyways, that's the first one. That's pretty cool. Troy, I'm not really a big shot. I just know some people. And the other one is sort of, and this is, I think this is about $100, 110 maybe. I don't have the tag on it right now, but it's really cool. And then this one is the Clio Scribent Aurora, or Aura, which is a very different pen. This is definitely some kind of acrylic. It's a little bit translucent, just barely. You can see the nib moving the cap. It's got a 14K nib as opposed to the steel one. I haven't inked this one up yet, so I don't know what it's like, but I'm kind of psyched about this. I was just going to get a plain black one, but Renzo and Audrey are like, no, you got to get the white one. What are you doing? So I got the white one. So anyway, I have a pair of Clio Scribents coming up in the future. I don't know when exactly I'm going to get to them, but
black pens are beautiful.
Black pens are beautiful. Audrey knows the sheriff of the Black Pen Society, so she is keeping her.
It's all for pure love of black pens.
The love of black pens. Let's see. Have I used the Classic Pens LB5? Seems to be most YouTubers' grail pen for some reason. I have used it. It is a big ass pen. And yeah, a lot of YouTubers have them. I'm not going to have them because, whoa, they are real pricey. Also, it's just really big. And the acrylic is pretty cool, but it doesn't call to me for some reason, which is nice because they are mega expensive. And I don't know if I'd be able to countenance getting one, but they're cool. They're cool. Also, man, Andy Lambro, that guy can sell sand to a camel. He's quite the salesman, that guy. He was back to selling his ties in Dallas. I think he might have sold all his ties. I didn't see him putting any away.
Oh, that's good.
Ties, books, pens. He'll make you do it. Who makes the nibs for Cleo? No idea, but I will ask. I don't know yet. Yeah, no, they work really well, the LB5s. They're sailor nibs on those things, I think, which is always great. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Well, good, Julie. I'm glad you're enjoying it. That makes me happy. Good thing about black pens, you aren't predisposed to using any particular ink color. I'm usually not. That one Clio Colors is kind of the exception, just because the blue paint on the nib, it feels like it also ought to be blue, but I don't know. Parker Duofold Mackie pens. I don't think I've ever seen those, but probably cool. Used LB5 Crosspoint. He would have an LB5 Crosspoint. He doesn't have very many pens, I don't think. I think he's really pared down his collection to, just a few real standouts. But the Crosspoints are cool. I don't think I used his, though. David Parker, Fig Boot on pens, has at least one, maybe more. And I've used his. Yep, they are pretty much like a paintbrush. Oh, he's got 14? Fair enough. What ink do you put in a white pen? I don't know. White ink? Whiteness of the whale? I don't know. Whatever you want, I think. You don't feel like you have to, I don't feel like I have to match them. Especially with white, because everything goes with white, right?
You don't really match.
I almost never match. It actually makes me a little uncomfortable when things match too closely. I don't know why. I can't explain it, but I think it's weird. It's not for me. Aw. Scraggles heard you talking about naps.
Yeah. This dog knows what naps and sleep is, because that's her favorite. So when you say, let's go sleep, she'll go run towards the bed.
Oscar made some kind of image. He didn't have any pictures of Scraggles or Mr. Nose, but he chopped up a menagerie image for us. He's putting in the Slack. Wow. Let's see. Huh. No, I don't see it. It'll show up eventually. Sailor Apricot? That's a solid choice. Those are cool. Have I used the new Deco Band? I have used the new Deco Band. That is a big-ass pen, man. That is a big old... Oh, no. Audrey. That is really something, man. Holy crap.
Oh. So am I one of the menagerie?
Yeah, well, no, it's... Oh, yeah, it says Mike Madison's. Yes, you're part of the menagerie. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What? I've seen this lemur before. Where the hell did you get this? Here's what it looks like, people.
Oh, jeez. Swan. No, that's not...
Look at that. Look at that. That's... Oh, my God. It does make me want to have that mustache again, though, I gotta say. Holy shit.
A while ago.
Yeah, that's from a while ago. It's got my old glasses and stuff, too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, my God. That is amazing. Well done, sir. Well done. Oh, man. Ralph is visiting Stephen and Aziza in Toronto on Tuesday.
Oh,
that's cool.
fun, yeah.
I think Erica Roscoe might still be out there, too. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
Or heard from him. I heard he's not back in Appleton yet, though. Let's see. What else? Audrey is home from work a little bit early. Well, the policy is if you go to a pin show, you get to leave work a bit early at least one day that week. So that's her day is Friday, so you can come home and nap. Or come home and sit in the background of a video with a dog and then nap. Let's see. I have never used the Mont Blanc Mozart. Nope. Thoughts on the Keras Pin Code Decograph? It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. But otherwise, I've only seen it a little bit. I really don't have much to say about it. It's too new. I don't have one. Let's see. Zumba Foo. I don't know where the hell I would have seen that. That is an amazing picture. Amazing. Joel says he loves his Franklin Christoph. He just got at the Dallas show.
Oh, which one?
I don't know. What'd you get, Joel? Oh, Julie, you're sick and stayed home from school today. That's no good.
On Facebook.
Aw. Well, I hope you get better. Write with your pen. It'll make you feel better. When did I have a mustache? I don't know. I have one every once in a while. It's
not really. It's more a day that you go through the process.
I had that one though for a while though, didn't I? I had that for like a month or something. I really did. I really liked it. I think I did.
No,
I had
not.
So what
I
you
would not have been happy with a month of that.
The thing I usually do is I'll grow a beard like in the winter. And then before I shave off the whole thing, because I don't want to have like a summer beard or whatever, I usually shave it off in the spring, is I'll have like the friendly chops. So they go down like this and then come up like that. And then eventually I shave off the chops and I just have this like horrible looking, the horrible thing that he put in that picture. I think I had that for a while. I think I was like really into it. So I kind of kept it. Oh man. No, that picture is amazing. Amazing.
I'll admit it was something.
It was, yeah.
I don't know if good is the right word, but something.
Let's see. Brian190 says, you don't like horror movies. That's why a human with a dog's head might freak you out, perhaps. You know, I don't like horror movies. That is true. Human with a dog head, though, like, that's kind of okay. It's like a BoJack Horseman thing. It's just the thing about that dog head is that it just stares. Like, it doesn't move. It just stares. And that was weird and creepy. I didn't like it. Didn't like it. Let's see. All right. It's been an hour and a half, folks. What else you got that's quick? And then I'm going to sign off here. I don't want to make another mega cast. Have I used the 3776 UEF? Audrey and I have both used that pen. Audrey, how'd you like the UEF?
I was fine with it. You wouldn't like it. You didn't like it.
Audrey was fine with it. I did not like it. It was not for me. It was way too stabby. As I said, I like big nibs. And that is the exact opposite of a big nib. It is a very small nib. Very few things. I don't even know if there is anything finer than that. I mean, maybe like custom stuff that Masayama might do. Or maybe, what is it, the Sabitogi from Sailor might be finer. But even then, I don't know. That UEF is crazy. That is so small. I thought it was unusably small. I couldn't use it at all. I felt like it was going to tear through the paper every time I touched it.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Really?
No. I have a needle point and I like it and use it.
This is probably half as wide as a needle point. It's tiny. Anyway.
Okay, well, it's been a while, so.
Not for me, but if you like fine nibs, it's a great fine nib. It's very, very fine. Thoughts on the Perkio? I kind of like the Perkio.
Yeah, I told you to do a review on it.
Yeah, I was going to do it today, and then I decided to do yard work instead because it was pretty, and my yard was getting long. But yeah, I've got this one, which is named Bad Taste. That's what they call this design. Don't look all surprised. I actually like it a lot. It's a really nice pen. It's got a good length. It's very light, but it doesn't bother me. It seems like it's a good weight. It posts well. You know, if you like to post pens, the cap is so light that it doesn't throw anything off. So that's my micro review of it. But basically, I dig it. It's good, and especially
it twists is the only thing.
It doesn't twist. It's pop off.
No, I know it twists, so you can still turn it.
Well, I mean, okay. You don't like that you can just twist the cap? Is that the?
Yeah.
Huh. No. Okay.
You can't eyedropper it.
No, you can't eyedropper it. This is not an eyedropperable pen. Maybe you can see there just a little bit. That ring that you see there is actually a hole, mostly, that goes into the barrel. You could stop it up. I'm sure you could use some hot glue or something, maybe stop it up. Yeah, a little epoxy in there. You can eyedropper the crap out of this. But this is pretty thin plastic. I think it would heat up pretty quick. You probably have a lot of burping. Twisby VAC 700R. I've literally never seen one. Those things are pretty rare. I've never even seen one at a pen show. Nobody's had one. Or I would have gotten one because I do like the 700. I would try that. The new clear Kakunos? That sounds cool. I've never seen one. First Kveiko today. Okay, for Black Chess. Sounds cool. Oh, what does eyedropper it mean? So when you eyedropper a pen, you basically, instead of using the little cartridge or a converter or whatever, you just fill up the whole body of the pen with ink and then screw it back on. Use a little bit of like grease in between here to make it watertight, but then you just fill up this whole thing with ink. And they call it that because you do what?
Some have O-rings.
Yeah. Sometimes you use an O-ring, but it gives you a huge amount of ink in the pen. A lot of people like doing that. I don't do it very often. My hands are too hot, and it heats up the pen, and it burps ink, which is gross. Hot hand Luke. So, but yeah, that's what eyedroppering means. Used to be because you filled it with an eyedropper. Started to learn how to properly fill an eyedropper using the Mike Hurley method. What's the Mike Hurley? Oh, did Mike? Yeah, that's right. Mike just like poured ink from a bottle into an eyedroppered pen, Audrey.
I mean,
good on him, but whoa.
Yeah.
I've seen the white transparent M600. I have not, but I'm gonna go look it up because it sounds cool. Blasphemous. Do you have a favorite non-disposable roller ball? I don't use roller balls all that much, actually. I don't have any non-disposable ones. I use a lot of gel pens and ballpoints, but not roller balls.
I like our 29. Not to promote anything, but I do like our
29. Oh yeah, you do still have that as a roller ball. Yeah, the Franklin Christoph like Bellis is a pretty good. The Model 29 is a pretty good roller ball. It's got like a magnetic cap.
Yeah.
It's got a little camphor thing in it, so you twist it and it pops the cap off to like break the magnet seal. It's really cool. They stopped making them in fountain pens, but you can still get them that way. But I just haven't used them. Because I had a couple of bad experiences with a Retro 51 rollerball that like got some lint packed into the hole at the bottom, and then that connected with my pocket, and it just soaked ink into my pants and ruined a pair of jeans. And I think also a pair of shorts went that way too. So I've been really cautious with rollerballs, and I haven't used many. I replaced them with ballpoints. But for ballpoints, Retro 51s, I've got a whole grip of them suckers.
Yep. Me too.
Let's see. Just DM'd me the white 600. I like that Oscar is always DMing. Ooh, look at that. What do you think about that, Audrey?
Oh, that's nice.
It does look really nice. I officially like the white 600. I would have one of those for sure. For sure.
Yep, that is really nice.
Yeah, I don't even have to do it later, Oscar. I've got 2 other screens up here. I've screens on screens, man. Let's see. A Herculean effort. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. Anyone had a fountain pen leak on them? I've had both vintage and modern that I've not had leak on. Yeah, no, I haven't had any pens leak on me exactly. Except for that Esterbrook. It leaks a little bit around the section, which is why I need a new one. But otherwise, no. I haven't had any problems. Except for maybe eyedroppered pens. Those do a little bit, but not much. No, not much. Cocoa time in the UK. Does that mean it's chilly or does that mean it's nighttime? Parker 51 leaked on you. Wow, that's weird. That's not normal. Not normal. Rollerball was a good 70s movie. Nice. Nice. Esterbrook Deluxe. Is the Esterbrook Deluxe one of the new ones? That sounds like a new one. And if so, I'm not shocked.
I guess late.
Oh, yeah. If you don't push the converter in completely, yeah, that'll be a problem. That's when you'll get those. That means, if anything, if a pen ever leaks like that, like through the nib, it means there's an air leak somewhere. Usually means the converter is not in right, or it means maybe you didn't seat the nib in the feed well enough. But it's always an air leak. That's the new Esterbrook section. Oh, thanks very much, Oscar. I appreciate it. I will check that out in a bit. Awesome. It's 10 to 11 in the UK. Yeah. Cool. Enjoy your cocoa. And hey, thanks everybody for hanging out for me today. I'm going to go ahead and call it an afternoon. It's been a solid hour and 38 minutes. So thanks for hanging out, talking about pens and all other associated stuff. I will see y'all next Friday. Until then, spay and neuter your pets. Be kind to a dog and a cat. Rescue animals. Don't text and drive. What else we got? Other advice?
Clean your pens.
Clean your pens? Go clean some pens.
Yeah.
Go clean some pens. Yeah. Yeah, these are always fun, so I'm glad y'all keep showing up. It's pretty awesome. Tell a friend, and I will see y'all later. Peace out, y'all. Wrong mouse.